Hello and welcome to Poker News. What a Christmas present this would be. VC Poker is set to give out the largest online prize ever. It's called the $10 million Grand Slam event, and as the name suggests, VC Poker could be paying out an incredible $10 million to the Grand Slam winner. The event begins on December the 3rd and will consist of 4 tournaments. To win, you need to beat 4 groups of 999 players on consecutive weekends. Tough call. However, to maintain interest, VC Poker is providing a prize pool ranging from $50,000 to $100,000 for each of the tournaments. In the words of Victor Chandler, until now, the world's best online players have had to compete in land-based tournaments to win a prize of this magnitude. This event will enable the creme de la creme of online poker players to play for an enormous prize when they're at their most comfortable at home. Furthermore, the odds are more favorable than the 2006 World Series, as the online players will be competing against 4,000 rather than over 8,000. The huge first-place prize and hefty prize pool for runners-up means that the accolade attached to this event could be the online version of the World Series main event. Furthermore, with the expected number of attendees for next year's main event, the VC's online prize pool is likely to exceed that of the WSOP 2007. Tony G has proven that he certainly is not all bark without bite. At the recent Betfair Asian Poker Tour, the mouthy aggressor saw off a field of 400 players to win the first prize of $451,700. Interestingly, only 11 of the players who attended the event were locals from Singapore. Of those 2 players, Neil Young and Josh Ang fought and got to the 10-seeded final table. Josh Ang placed second and walked away with over $233,000. The deep structure of the game allowed for some real poker to be played, allowing players to be very picky with their hands. All the action was overlooked by cardroom director Thomas Kremser, who by all accounts ran a smooth and problem-free tournament. At the end of the 2-day event, Tony G showed a different side of his nature. Firstly, Mr. G gave half of his winnings to charity. He then handed over his first-placed Merlion Winners' Trophy to Josh Ang, stating that Ang played exceptionally well and that the trophy should stay in Singapore. The newly opened private card room Loose Cannons recently held the City Poker Shootout Tournament. Poker News caught up with Roy Houghton to find out what's so different about this event and see what attracted some of the players to the setup.
I know how competitive City people are, particularly, various departments, like in the money game. The Hong Kong people are very competitive against the European people, etc., etc. So it's a format to try and get City companies, corporations, interested in, small team events. And basically this is a trial run just to see how it works out.
I think obviously any structure of any tournament changes your strategy. And in this one, where it's a case of accumulating chips over time, you need to play more aggressively because your team's either going to win and lose. And you keep having to make sure of how your team members are doing. If they're struggling, you have to go even more aggressive to.
I don't think really any of us have played in a team before, so it's a new thing for us. And we've talked about it a little bit, but I guess it depends on, if there's a decent player who's got quite a lot of chips and is quite confident, he might pass some of his chips over to one of the players who isn't doing as well, bring them back up to top level chip count and go from there.
The Gutshot are hosting this year's 2006 Hold'em 100 11th anniversary. The event takes place at 2 p.m. on Sunday the 3rd of December. The buy-in is £40 with £20 rebuys available. Some of the proceeds will be going to the Royal Marsden Cancer Fund, and the amount of players is capped at 170. Furthermore, poker celebrity Vicky Coren will be playing in the event, so if you fancy pitting your poker acumen against the European poker champion, then this could be the place for you. And finally, it was a match made in heaven, the poker talent of Doyle Brunson and the sex appeal of Pamela Anderson. However, just 4 months after its launch, Pammy's poker site shuts down. The Baywatch actress now regrets getting involved and is quoted as saying, "I made a mistake getting involved in something I know nothing about for a quick buck." She puts the lack of success of the site down to too much red tape. Nothing to do with the novelty wearing off then. That's all from me. I'll see you next time.